So we got to break away from that cycle of bills in the sense that if the first and the 15th of the month come around and you're sweating because you're like, man, I don't know how I'm going to pay these bills. I don't know how I'm going to get the money for this, or just the feeling, even if you know you have the money for it and the money's coming in, it just doesn't feel good because you don't have that much money. That cycle we have to break out of. And one of the best ways to do it and to think about it is, if everyone has bills, you have your cell phone, you have your insurance, you have your house insurance, you have, rent or your mortgage, or, you know, whatever other bills. You might have some medical bills. These are all expenses. These are all things that cause money to go out. So if that's the case, on the flip side of it, what things do you have that cause money to come in? Match it. And don't just think of it in terms of a job. Like, that's what's great about real estate is, if you have one group home and it's making you $3,600 in payments per month, that means on the first you have $3,600 coming in. And let's say you have another job and you are making $3,000 and that covers all your bills. But you would like to live a little bit better than that. That extra $3,600, that's somebody else's bill. See, and this is the thing. This is the difference between, I talk about this so much, but it's so important to understand. When you're switching from a consumer to an investor, the consumer is paying other people. The consumer is always finding ways to give other people money. The investor is always finding ways for other people to give them money. So what side of it are you on? Now, most people, it's clear to say, to tell or to see, like, well, of course you'd want to be on the side that they're getting the payments. So what are you doing to get there? That's the question. That's why when I see all these people who are like, well, I want to start a group home. It'd be cool if I started a group home, and they have all these ideas. I'm like, why don't you just start it? Like, you don't have anything to lose. You have nothing to lose. You really don't. Like, you're not in a position right now, and this isn't for everybody, but there's many people in America right now who are not in a position to retire, who are not in a position where they're saving enough money, who are not even keeping up with inflation. So they're actually really getting poor as time goes on because their salary is worth less and less every single day. So then again, it really comes back to getting out of that cycle. You get to a place where you have people paying you. It doesn't matter what type of business it is. That's the beauty of business. And then also understanding how to create a system, because what we're doing with these group homes is we're not just trying to get you to run one group home and just rest on that and you manage it and do all the work for it, because that essentially is just picking up another job. What we're trying to do is run multiple group homes and pay a team to manage this and do it all and show you how to build this empire, so that if you can basically get 3 or 4 group homes in one area, there's no reason you can't run 100 across the country. And believe me, when you get to that point, then the payments coming in are so frequent. You always have money coming in. There's always money coming in. There's always somebody who owes you. And even when you're expecting money on the 1st or the 15th or whenever you set, but people pay late, and there's also, it almost feels like you get paid every day. There's always a big payday, and then there's people who pay early, so you get paid constantly. That's where you want to be. So in your own life, really think about this. Where have you looked for ways to increase your payments? And then on top of that, where have you done a great job trying to cut your expenses down, and where can you continue to do that? You don't want more payments. That's why, leasing a car or even buying a car where you have to pay payments is such a bad idea. You don't want bills. You don't want bills. You don't want to have to pay other people. You want to be able to keep your money in your pocket, because the more money you have in your pocket from your income, the more money you're going to be able to invest and invest and invest and invest. That's why the worst thing you can do is, if you have one group home and let's say you're making $3,600 and that's all extra money, the worst thing you can do is take that $3,600 and just spend it every month. No, use that $3,600 to go and get 2 more group homes. so that that money just keeps growing and growing and growing, and then you're at 10,000, and then you use that to get more group homes, and then eventually you'll get to a point where you are making all of what you need. You couldn't even imagine making more money. You're in a really good spot. You've been able to clear out all your debt. You're building wealth at a great rate. You're going to be able to retire. And when you're in that place, then that's when you go and maybe you get a bigger house or you get a car or any of that stuff. But right now, the only thing you want to do is you want to increase those payments. You want to increase what people owe you and decrease what you owe others.